Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad. Joining me today on a slightly different schedule than normal is my pal Don O'Brien with the Better Business Bureau. That's a mouthful. DOB with the BBB is way easier. Way easier.
Alliteration too.
Yeah. And today we're talking about something that I'm basically a pro, if you will, and that's and that is sports streaming scams.
High school sports are starting.
Yeah.
The practices. We're talking about practice right now, but pretty soon we're going to be talking about games. And the games will be going on, 2 weeks. We've got until a lot of the high school football starts. And the scammers love to take advantage of us.
Right.
With those games. So how do they take advantage of us with those games, right?
Yeah.
So they know that we're on social media. They know that maybe grandpa or grandma lives far away, or an aunt and uncle, and they want to watch Johnny Jump Shot or actually Johnny Football.
Yeah.
Or even volleyball. I mean,
Did you say Johnny Jump Shot?
Johnny Jump
That's
Shot,
awesome.
yes.
Okay.
Or Freddie Football.
Yeah.
Whatever it might be. They've gone to a lot of schools have gone to streaming their games. Because one of the things that happened during COVID, there was restrictions on how many fans you could actually have there. So a lot of the schools turned to streaming, which was awesome. But it also opened the door for scammers to come in and say, oh, you can watch this game here. And if you go on social media here in a few weeks, and you'll see, especially on a Friday night for football, and again, even with volleyball, and they don't do many of the outdoor sports. Yeah, they do some soccer, but you primarily see these scams with football, volleyball. Obviously, when we get to basketball season, those indoor sports are much easier to broadcast than some of those outdoors, your softballs, your baseballs, those types of things. And you might see something on social media. They'll say, oh, watch the game here. And you're like, oh, great, I'll watch the game there. And you'll go to a website that has nothing, that's not affiliated with that game whatsoever. They're fishing for your credit card information.
So it's like a subscription base? Like there's like, hey, just sign up here and it's only this amount of money.
Correct.
Right?
They'll say you can watch tonight's game for $5.99. I'm just kind of pulling a number out of the air.
Sure.
And you'll say, okay, that's fine. I want to watch Freddie Football play tonight. And you'll go to that website and you might put all your credentials in there, all your information, and instead of actually going to the game, you'll hit a dead end. And you've given away all your credit card information now. And we've had several reports to our BBB scam tracker at bbb.org that people have done this. And not only were they at that $5.99, but then they started getting charged again.
Recurring charges
on your card. And then they said, hey, I can't get these people to stop this charge. So then they had to obviously stop, kill that credit card, get a new one issued. So it can be a really big mess because, we all have our credit or debit cards set up to other things that we pay for monthly. So now you got to change all that. So it can be quite a web of stuff to go through.
All for a game. All for a Johnny Jump Shot.
Yes,
right?
Freddie Football.
Football, all that stuff. So what do you
Veronica Volleyball.
Yeah, right. So how do you know the difference between scam and not?
The best thing to do is to go to the school's website or look at that. If you're here in Quincy, it's really easy because right now Notre Dame has its own streaming service, QMD, which doesn't cost you a penny. They're going to do the Raider, especially football games. I don't know if they're going to do many other sports, but if you're interested in Raider football, you can go to the Raider Sports Network. It's going to be there. WGEM also does all the Quincy High football game streaming, so you can go there. You're not going to have to pay anything for that. There are other things. Central Illinois Sports. Bob Goff really had a good article on Muddy River News, kind of detailing about who is doing these streaming right now. So you can go check that out, and you can see some of those things. But it's if you're unsure of where to go to, talk to or have your student or whatever your connection is to the school, call the school, or if they're playing a road game, make sure from that road opponent, hey, where's this going to be streaming at? Because we want to make sure we send our fans to the right spot. Right. So, we haven't seen much posted about this lately because it's been the summertime, but I can guarantee you that here in 2 weeks on whatever that first day of high school football is, the 30th, I think, you're going to see just a number of Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, wherever you're at, the scammers post things and they try to get you to follow these links.
Do you see it also happening, like if you Google, because I know a lot of times you get like those, the fake sponsored ads where you think they're legit because they're sponsored and they pop up first. But
Google,
if you're Googling,
YouTube's another place where they proliferate, where you might want to look up Pittsfield against West Hancock football.
Yeah.
And there'll be YouTube pages that are up there with just dummy copy, and they might have like just some B-roll or something, and they want you, click here for the link, and then they want to redirect you to where they've set up this bogus streaming site. So again, if you if you do things smartly, you can avoid these things, but the scammers are going to be out, and we've seen this now for, 45 years now since again the proliferation of COVID. That's what started this streaming thing.
Dang it!
They can get us all different ways.
They can, they can. Well, maybe Muddy River News will start. We'll get in the streaming business, and people really have.
Well, that's
right.
That is something that people want, but I don't know that Mr. Goff is ready for that.
He's shaking his hand, but maybe we can convince him. Right? People need a trustworthy source, and they're out there. But I think if it's in one place, it just makes it better for all of our viewers and
Boy, I tell you what, you're going to have some words with him after this is over.
Well, I can take him. No, yes. I'm kidding. But thank you again. And I was going to say, because now that I have a child who's she's in the athletics and stuff like that, I've become really good friends with the athletics department at senior high. So that would be another
correct.
Right?
Yes. Talk to your athletic department. Yeah. They're going to tell you where you can go to watch the game.
Right.
What outlet? Let's say Quincy High. They're at Rock Island. Or Moline. They should be able to tell you, that coach, say, they're not streaming it, or you can find the stream here. So be connected to those kind of official sources.
Sure.
And don't just find random links on the internet and from some Facebook post you might see. So you do that, you're safe. If you have any questions about that, we've got information about this up at bbb.org, or give me a buzz in my office here at 217-209-3972, and I can tell you whether or not that link to watch Freddie football is good or bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, just call DOB. He's got all the info, right?
Well, I try.
You do, and we appreciate you here at Muddy River News. I always enjoy talking to you.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Coming up, I sit down with Dennis Williams, and we talk about a new resource that Bella Ease is about to offer. Stay tuned.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition. With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the bullpen.
Kelly's has been a fun place to eat and drink in Quincy since 1982. A fun and friendly atmosphere, food with flavor, homemade cinnamon rolls, and famous cheese soup, the best menu in town. Kelly's, 2902 Broadway, Quincy.
Are you looking for the perfect venue for your next special event? Check out Utopia Event Center. Utopia has a large banquet room and an awesome bar area, perfect for anything from birthday parties to formal corporate meetings. It also offers a photo booth, stage for a DJ or a live band, and a fully stocked bar, all for only $300. Check us out at utopiaeventcenter.com or call Barn at 217-430-6559 for more information. Utopia Event Center, 900 North 12th Street in Quincy.
The Tower, a great place to meet and eat. But did you know the Tower has one of the finest drink selections in our area? Along with its incredible Mexican menu, the Tower specializes in tequilas for every taste. Names like Patron, Cabo Wabo, and Hornitos. And don't forget the margaritas. On Mondays and Tuesdays, stop by and pick up a single topping pizza and get Tower margaritas to go. Enjoy the Tower at home or in our dining room, bar area, or the Tower's signature climate-controlled porch. The Tower Pizza and Mexican in Quincy.
And welcome back. Joining me now, Dennis Williams with Bella Ease. Welcome, Dennis.
Welcome. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes. So as I understand, you kind of, I don't want to say you drew the short straw because you're good at this stuff, right? But boss woman who happens to also be your wife,
Absolutely.
right? Signed it up, and then she was like, you know what, you're going to have to go. I got another meeting.
She got another meeting
Yeah.
that she put in place. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but either way, she is, of course, a very busy woman, being the director of Bella Ease. And I love that you guys are a husband-wife team. And we'll go ahead and call her boss lady because she's right. Yeah. I'm sure both at home and at work, she's boss lady. Yeah.
Especially when she reads this, I'm not going to say otherwise.
Oh, yes, right. Yeah, you just agree. But I've been told that you are the handsome face of.
There you
There you go.
go.
See,
There we go.
see, there's a
Right
give
on
and take.
target.
Yes, there's a give and take. So, Dennis, today we're here to talk about something very cool, and that is a new resource that Bella Ease is offering. But before we get to that, can you give viewers and listeners just an idea of what Bella Ease is, who you are, and what you bring to the community?
Well, I'll start off from where we very first started with Bella Ease. Bella Ease was known for Quincy Teen Reach. It was an after-school, out-of-school program. And along the way, DCFS came to us and says, hey, I see you got more to offer for the community, so we want to start another program with you guys called Family Focus.
Okay.
So in that Family Focus, it helps families get their kids back from DCFS or not taken, right? And then my wife's such a good grant writer, wrote 8 grants.
Okay.
Got 7 of them.
Wow.
Right?
That's
that
impressive.
That just threw us in a whole new ball game, right, of different things you could do here. So we have groups, we have everything that there's out there. So in that process, you know, one of the things that you go along and find out is that what are you missing?
Right.
Right?
Where are the gaps?
So job force, you got a work program, we got family care where we take care of the families, we got Teen Reach, you take care of the other part of the family. What's missing?
Right.
People always came in and says, you know, I need to get my GED, or I can't go to work, or I need to do that, and we refer them to John Wood. So we had that conversation with John Wood. John Wood said, why don't we just bring him to you?
Perfect.
We said, okay,
Perfect.
yeah,
Yeah.
good start.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you do offer, I mean, you touch every part of the community, connecting resources with the need, which is awesome. So thank you, and the entire crew at Bella Ease for putting in the work doing that. I know it's definitely necessary. And then, as you mentioned, every age group, every sector of people needs support at one time or another. And now you're hitting the group that wants to put in the work to further their education,
Absolutely.
but maybe just can't get to John Wood. Because we know that we were just talking about the location tends to be kind of the
draw.
detriment, right?
That's the
Yeah,
draw.
right.
And when you say that, I want to go back a little bit and says I classify as a holistic family now.
Gotcha.
Right? We take a kid from 4th grade all the way to now through college.
Yeah.
Right at our facility. But John Wood, literally, when we had that conversation with them, we started out with 7, right? And they was happy that was going on. That family, that person that's in that family that's trying and can't just get over that hump.
Right.
This helps them walk to our facilities where it's at and now become better.
Yeah.
Right? And so they're going for GED now. So what John Wood said is, and I got to give the president and John Wood credit, they're a person that thinks outside the box.
Right.
So they said, what if, now you think about this, what if you can do GED and truck driver at the same time?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or CNA class, or English class, or... they
That's
go-
huge.
Yeah. Because you think about it, if I can do GED in one of them classes and I'm graduating truck driver training
At the same time.
at the same time.
Yeah, that's outstanding.
Right. And now get this, I'm walking to here. So I don't have to worry about the bus. I ain't got to worry about transportation.
Yeah.
I can walk here and be here. Now, in the same time, there's always that barrier. We also help you with childcare, which is huge.
It's
right?
huge. Yeah.
And it's just for the ones that's going there for that. So we don't have a daycare there.
Right.
We just got, for the people that's doing that, like you said, trying to get that over that hump,
Yeah.
trying to better their lives.
Yeah, accessibility. I mean, of course you have to offer it, but yeah, childcare is something that holds so many people back because A, it's expensive.
Yep.
B, it's, finding someone who's available is tough.
Sure.
And then all those factors combined, together, the location, can I get there?
Yep.
Can I leave my child with someone that I trust? Can I afford it? Do I have the time?
There
It's
it is.
all luxuries that a lot of people may not think of if you tend to take those things for granted if you have all that at your fingertips, right? So
There's the component you said.
yeah.
John Wood is also going to start night classes.
Oh wow.
So they're not there now. But you think about it. I work during the day, right? I need a night class.
Sure.
So they're going to be there even at nighttime too. So all those barriers that you thought that was going to be there, they're physically taken away and giving that door that's open for you to come in and become a productive citizen in our community.
Right. That's outstanding.
And the biggest part for me is my excitement is those barriers.
Yeah.
Childcare, nighttime, daytime, GED, I'm going to call it a technical school right in the neighborhood so you can go get those things.
Yeah.
Now, they're going to have to go out to their facilities because we can't have a truck driver up in the parking lot.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But they even decided that, okay, when they get to that point, we'll transport them out there. You know what I mean? Those are the things
Yeah.
that we as a community going to see the value in.
Yeah. Take
Right.
out all those barriers because then it, provides the opportunity. And of course, yeah, you're producing more productive members of society, which is what everybody wants, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's a no-brainer, but I'm sure it took some work to get here. How did you guys figure this out? How did you come to this?
It's a very good question.
Yeah.
Our number one thing, as far as I'm concerned, is seeing the need.
Yeah.
Right? Having the conversation with the people, right? And sometimes when you bring people in, they're kind of scared, you know what I mean? They're kind of, this is new ground.
I get that.
And I don't want to tell you that I have difficulty trying to get my GED. I don't know who wants to say that, right?
Yeah.
But we build that relationship at Bella Ease to be able to have that conversation, to be able to say it's okay to have a barrier that we can work together on. Because we don't just let them be with John Wood. We also still are walking through with them.
Yeah.
So if there's something that is missing, we can help them,
Yeah.
right? Through their JTED program, through the ACE program, through John Wood. We help with those barriers because, even with John Wood, they got to pay for their courses, right?
Right.
So we're going to help them with John Wood to be able to see some finances to try to get it through so they can do the job, right?
Right.
So we got mentors and the case management people that's going to walk through them with that case management.
Yeah, love it. So facilitating, because a lot of people want to do it. Nobody knows where to start. Nobody knows how to make it happen,
Correct.
right? So kudos to you all. I mean, round of applause to you and John Wood for making this happen. I think that it's definitely something that's going to be awesome for our community, awesome for the people who are looking to further their education, and awesome for their families and just a lineage of people that, now it's going to be like, hey, this is possible. So yeah, I think it's probably the start of a long relationship in this resource. So
And it's a
outstanding.
plus for our community.
Absolutely, 100%. So now, if somebody wants more information on what is offered, how they can get a hold of Bella Ease, what courses, how to go about getting signed up, where would they go?
So courses is through John Wood.
Okay.
So you still have to contact John Wood to do that. But
Okay.
if you need help doing that, you can contact Bella Ease.
Okay.
Right? So Bella Ease is, you can go to our website. If you don't want to do that, you can go by phone number.
Okay.
Either way it goes, and ask for help to be able to get this process done.
Gotcha.
Because we don't want to leave nobody out to be able to get that process done.
Gotcha.
Even if it's to call John Wood and they're nervous of doing that, walk through the door. Let us help you get through that at 707 Broadway so we can get you to do that. Even to walk over to GED to get signed up over there, or to get signed up with John Wood and we need to help take you out there. Come to Bella Ease and we're going to help you get through that process.
That's awesome.
It's barriers that we need to stop and make sure that we can continue on through.
Yeah, absolutely. So is there eligibility requirements to contact Bella Ease? I don't want to
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
See, and that's the thing is, when we try to do something like childcare, we're charging no fees.
Okay.
Right? Like after school programs, we're charging no fees. The only eligibility is to look at the grant, is to fill out a paperwork to say, what's your barriers?
Yeah.
Right? And that's just a check mark.
Okay.
Right? It's not a big thing, but it's just a check mark. So the state, when they pay us, they got to have guidelines.
Right.
So we're just filling those guidelines out. But as far as fees is concerned, there's no fees.
Okay.
No fees at all.
Awesome.
Now, with John Wood, that's another one of them components.
Yeah.
You might have to go do a FAFSA. You might have to go write for a grant. But we're going to help you do those things. So
Yeah.
we're not just going to leave you in a code.
Right. Yeah. So, there may be fees for taking these courses, but there's financial aid and, other avenues to get around some of that. So, yeah, well, I think this is awesome. I look forward to hearing more about the productivity. I do want to mention, because I can't remember if we were already go live, but you mentioned 7 students that you had interested in this, and then when you and John Wood worked when you collaborated to bring John Wood, in essence, to your facility on 7th Street, right? That number
7 went to 30.
Wow. Yeah.
7 went to 30. And then they went to, and the difference is, because when you say 30, you got to have 30 seats, right?
Yeah.
And so John Wood said, whoa, what are we
Yeah.
going to do? So they started doing it online. Well, they always had it online, but I don't know that people knew that,
Right.
So that opened that door to do that. Now they can take those physical 30 students over into the other building and physically have a set down and have teachers and tutors and everything else right there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the barriers that's taken over, because
Yeah.
once again, if you don't have internet, now you can just walk into facilities and get what you need.
Right.
So there's not that barrier.
Or know how to use it,
Or
right?
know how to use
Yeah.
Because that's always another
Yeah,
thing. is
yeah.
You need mentors to be able to do that.
Yep.
Right? So, we're totally trying to do the things that's needed for the community.
Yeah.
And we don't know all of them. John Wood don't know all of them. But when we find them, we try to knock them out, to say, that's not a barrier no more. Here's what we're going to do to fix that
Yeah,
barrier.
absolutely. Facilitating, the resources, it seems like from, basically every point in someone's life and every point in someone's journey, especially with continued education. So, yes, awesome. I love it. This is going to be outstanding, and I can't wait to see where this program goes and where you guys take things in the future.
Hopefully we'll come back and give you
Yeah.
some good numbers, and John will give you some good numbers,
Yeah.
and maybe John's president and us can get together and come back and say, here's how proud we are, here's the great numbers that we have for you guys,
Yeah.
and the community to see that it's working, and it's working for our community.
I have no doubt that will be a soon to come segment,
will
right?
be. It
All right, Dennis, one more time. Phone number of Bella Ease and location so people can reach out if they want more information.
Phone number, 217-209-0632.
Perfect.
Address, 707 Broadway.
Okay.
Big sign out there says Bella Ease and John Wood together.
Beautiful sign. Love it. Yes. And maybe next time we'll get Boss Lady and the face, right?
Yeah.
We'll get you guys here
Yeah.
together. All right. Thank you so much, Dennis.
Thank
It
you
was a
guys for
pleasure
having
talking
me.
to you. Of course.
Thank you.
I think that does it for today's Daily Muddy. We'll catch you back here tomorrow for Coffee Talk. See you then.